Welcome back to Active Sports TV as we give you another one. Hey, I would like to apologize to all y'all. I wasn't able to come through yesterday with all the breaking news. There was a lot going on. Had to take care of family first, business first. But we're going to catch up. We're going to get y'all call right up to speed because that's what I do. That's my job. This is Active Sports TV. We're going to keep you current. And we're going to go ahead and unpack the title that you see right now in this at the bottom. Right now at the bottom as you're looking at it. Joel Embiid exposed. Team USA biggest problem? We're gonna unpack that, man. Do I believe was it professional? Do I believe that it was uncalled for? How do I feel about it? Was it some facts included in that? Do I agree, disagree? I know y'all waiting on and see what I'm gonna say about what took place, so I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna keep you holding. No further ado. We're not gonna hold you up any longer. We just gonna unpack what everybody's already know. We got our team over there. We're global right now. Team USA is out there battling out. We just had a game against South Sudan, and our boys they stepped up. They ended up getting the win. It was a little controversial. It came down to about the last few seconds of the game. We all know at the end of the day, LeBron James was the one that got us over the hump. I'll unpack that in another video. But let's unpack what Joel Embiid was talking about. Before this game, he was quoted and interviewed, and Joel Embiid he had something to say. Very uncomfortable to most. Myself, after I read this quote, I explain how I feel about it, and we'll take it from there. So, quote Joel Embiid: You look at the talent that the U.S. has, but there's equal talent on other teams. And that talent that's on the U.S. team, you also got to understand most of those guys are older. The LeBron now is not the LeBron was a couple is not the LeBron was a couple years ago. It's a big difference. Quote Joel Embiid. So let's unpack the first part of that, where he says, when you look at the talent that the U.S. has, it's equal talent across the world. And we all know that the rest of the world has been catching up to us, man. I mean, if you look at this year's draft, I believe the top five, top 10 picks came from overseas. I know the first two for sure came from, I believe, France. These guys, France is getting real big and coming real strong with developing talent. Those guys are very polished when they come overseas to the United States. Very big on fundamentals. Have given us some Jews like Nicholas Batum from Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, Turkaloo, even as far as Tony Kukoc. The European and the international leagues have caught up and definitely is giving the U.S. a run for their money. So when Joel Embiid quotes that, I'm in agreement. Now, is a time and a place for all this? Yes, I definitely agree with that. Some things that you, even though that you right in saying, and you don't, it doesn't come off as you're trying and intending to to purposely throw someone under the bus. It's a time and a place for everything. I mean, you don't want to expose what is going on inside the locker room or your true feelings about the locker room. It just gives the opponent the upper hand. So on that alone, I'm gonna have to disagree with Joel Embiid taking it upon himself to find someone to get this quote out of him because I believe he could have did it in a better tasteful manner, and when the time suited for it, I don't believe this was it. Definitely not professional. moving on, going past that, when he says that, you know, pretty much the team that the United States have is based upon the names, the global names that, you know, have impacted the league, that has been carrying the league, such as the LeBron James. You know, we have you know, some older stars, Kevin Durant, you know, AD, all of these guys that are more closer to the end of their career as opposed to um, at the, you know, the prime of their career. We do got a few young studs, a few young you know, superstars that has taken off, like Ant-Man, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum. These guys are superstars, young superstars in the making. Eventually, they will carry the torch, but it is some truth to what Joel B said. And then when you got 40-year-old man LeBron James leading the charge, it does says a lot. I mean, LeBron James is not no spring chicken. He is not in his prime. If you've seen any of the Lakers games last year, you see that he ain't really what he used to be, not even a third of it. So it's like, you know, that is a weakness. That's something to keep in note. And he also quoted and said that LeBron James that was then is no longer in existence now. He said this. He said that LeBron James is older. That's a fact. Do I think it's professional? Hell no. Would I would have done it? No. But is it a fact? Yes. It is a fact that Team USA is relying on older superstars to be the focal point in guiding us to this gold medal. Now, it could work, but what Joel Embiid is saying is that he's a little bit more in tune with the game over there. He knows the caliber of players over there, and he's just what I would have to take it as keeping his fellow teammates on their toes, letting them know don't get lax because you comfortable in your status over here, thinking that that's gonna pay some dividends over there. You better come equipped. You better come with your A game and be ready to ball out because at the end of the day, these guys are superstar talents, especially in their countries. And we've seen when they came over to the States, they displayed that superstar talent like the young Wemby Victor Wembanyama. He's gonna be the star of the future. He's gonna be the star of the league, and this guy is playing for Team France right now. So, what's gonna be our future marquee star in the NBA league will not even be a representation of the United States. Keep keep very keep a note of that and acknowledge that this is what's transpiring. So even though we got the Ant-Mans, even though we got John Morants and the Devin Bookers and the Jason Tatums and the Jalen Browns, these U.S. born talents, they still being overshadowed by the Nikola Jokic, the Victor Wembanyambas. Um, um, we see what's up with Alex Starr. I mean, out of Washington, these guys are definitely putting both feet in and solidifying themselves in this league, and it's a good thing. It makes the league a lot better, keeps everybody at they peak, at the top of their game, and letting everybody know that you ain't gonna get a pass. Like how it used to be, where the United States used to just go in there and it was child's play. They were more at all of the phantom of being on the same court as these stars, as opposed to trying to compete with them. So, Joel Embiid, I halfway agree. I agree all the way with the comment. I just do not agree with the timing of it. Joel Embiid, he actually could have played for, I believe, France. He probably even could have played for Cameroon, but he decided to play for us. And for him to do so, we all know Joel Embiid. He's one of them dudes that don't shy. He keep his tongue from allowing him to get in some type of trouble. If you seen the Ben Simmons fiasco, then you know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's just about timing and Embiid. You know what I mean? We've been hearing Team USA. They've been playing some political moves. They getting people off. Putting people on the bench. A little bit could have been into that. I mean, Joel Embiid could have been a little upset for one of the things that he's been hearing in the background about him being replaced by Anthony Davis. In the starting position. We don't know. As of right now, Nike has pretty much got Team USA on lock. And, who we got is who we got. It's another episode that I'm going to be explaining y'all pretty soon about the transparency and what took place, what actually happened with Kawhi Leonard and why he's not on Team USA. We got to break down that and unpack that so that you guys understand, what's taking place there. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up with the Joel Embiid comment, man. I just had to bring it to y'all, give you my thoughts on it. I feel like Joel Embiid, definitely didn't lie, but definitely was not a tasteful moment to do that. And LeBron James ain't no spring chicken. He ain't supposed to be carrying the team. Put Ant-Man in the starting lineup, man. Let Jason Tatum and the boys step up and get us there. We already know that it's the storyline, the 40-year-old man. Like, look, listen, I'm glad I'm not a Laker fan. I don't have to deal with all that. But we're going to talk about old Bronny James, also in another episode to continue. So if you like this episode, you like what I'm putting down, man, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You know who it is. It's Active Sports TV. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You won't regret what you just did. You know what it is, man. Active Sports TV. Subscribe right now. Hey, y'all have a blessed night, man. We up out of here. Peace. USA Olympic team. Let's get going.